All right, we'd like to continue this discussion on Trump's indictment. We welcome in NewsNation's senior political contributor, George Will, alongside Johanna Maska, also a NewsNation political contributor. Welcome to you both, and we thank you for being here. George, let's start with you. This is certainly something that has never happened in the almost 250 years of American history. What does this mean for the country as we head down a road we have never been down before?
Yeah.
Going to reap the whirlwind. And one of the things that you know is true about whirlwinds is they're unpredictable. The only thing I would confidently predict is that this will come to trial and Mr. Trump will win. Remember, this is a case that the federal prosecutors and the Justice Department looked at and rejected. The Federal Election Commissions looked at the case and said it's not a strong case. I think he's apt to win that. I'll make one other prediction. This is the first time an ex-president's been indicted. It won't be the last. Somewhere in a bright red state, Idaho or Wyoming, there's an ambitious young prosecutor who's going to say, this is a way to get noticed. Everyone is going to suffer from this.
A very interesting prediction there. Maybe the first, but certainly not the last. All right. Johanna, I'd like to kick it over to you now. Some of the former president's supporters are saying that this decision to indict him really essentially guarantees his reelection. Would you agree with that?
I don't. I actually think this will change the Republican Party. And, you know, I remember very, vividly coming of age during the Clinton sex scandal and learning things, frankly, I never should have learned from a president of the United States. And I can tell you, as a Democrat, I wanted Democrats' policies, but I was not signing up to work for the Clinton campaign. I signed up eagerly to work for the Obama campaign. And so I expect, actually, that some young conservatives are out there saying they don't want to be talking about hush money payments made for a sex scandal. They want to be talking about their policies. And so I do think that you could see this shift out in a way that could benefit probably DeSantis, who has been pretty forward from the beginning, even in his congressional time, about attacking the congressional slush funds they had for paying out sexual harassment claims.
All right, well, George, let's ask you. I mean, do you think that this indictment will propel Trump right into the White House again?
No, I don't. I'm not even convinced it will propel him far toward the Republican nomination. It will, however, make his base, which is already pretty solid, granite solid. And it puts Mr. DeSantis in a difficult position because he's already sort of rallied around Mr. Trump, saying Florida will not cooperate with the extradition, whatever that means. Mm-hmm. So at this point, it's going to freeze the conversation. Whenever Mr. DeSantis appears in public, or Nikki Haley, or any other subsequent announced candidate, the first question they're going to be asked, and the only question they're going to be asked until they answer it, is what do they think about Mr. Trump's legal troubles?
Yeah, so once again, Trump, it finds himself the heart of the conversation. Johanna, back to you. The response from the White House, we heard it there in Blake's reporting, as well as most Democrats, has really been no comment at this point. Again, it's only day two. There's the occasional mention of no one is above the law, but is that the right strategy? Or should the Democrats be making more noise? And do you think that they will?
I've been thinking a lot about this because obviously I think a lot of people are concerned about New York security, but also our national security. And so, could they say, stay home, keep America safe? The problem with that is the Republicans are going to respond, oh, you're making this political. And I think, to George's point earlier, actually, this is why the Republicans are going to have a different answer than what they've had so far. You cannot wish for anything other than peace and security. And if you are the party of law and order, you need to effectively support law and order. And we could see some really heinous things. Hopefully we will not because of this, but it is a really dangerous thing for anyone. And I think the White House is not responding because they don't want to put any fuel on this fire.
All right, George, we're running out of time here, but I'll end with you here. The DA, Alvin Bragg, is firing back at some of these Republicans who he says are interfering with this case. How important is it that Trump has this unified support of Republican lawmakers as this case does proceed within the court system?
As a matter of law, it doesn't matter at all. As a matter of politics, it matters very little.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.